Hi sweeties, how are you doing? Welcome to Nanyacim. If this is your first time of coming across this channel, sweetheart, kindly smash the subscribe button, turn on the notification so you get notified each time I upload, and please give this video a thumb up. I appreciate you all, and I want to say a very big thank you to every one of you for always coming back to watch my videos and subscribing. You all are the real MVP. So today we'll be talking something really very important, and it's actually the history American does not wish to review, like in educational systems, because looking back from where Black Americans are coming from, and sometimes I feel like for them nothing really changed, and also white people, their view on Black people or Black Americans, nothing changed, right? And I am asking, why is it still the same thing? I thought like as people grow, a lot of things are supposed to like change along with them. That shows there is growth. But I personally feel like there is not so much growth. Some people are gonna say like, yeah, the basic amenities and all that. Yes, the basic amenities are there, but how do you treat people? The way you treat people around you shows that nothing really changed. Like it's still the same thing they have been going through back then that they are still going through, right? And you know what? Some things were actually captured 40 something years ago on camera. Just take a look to the screen. Let's get into it and then come back to talk about it. So let me roll the clip.
We went down to see what was going on, probably in the middle of the blocks. That's when we figured out it was something else. And it was something that we definitely were not invited to. We noticed that they were running towards us. I was like, wow. Like, why are they rushing towards us? Not thinking anything negative. And then we heard, nigger. They surrounded my best friend at the time, Marina. One of the young men hit her. They started calling us names. They started throwing rocks. Hearing the word, hearing it directed at me, why are you calling me that? That's not me. I've always been told that's not me. I didn't understand. I was like, who do you think you are to say we can't come here? Like, how dare you?
What happened to you?
This little boy, he threw the rock. He tried to hit my sister, but he almost hit me about that much away from me. And I was sure wish he had hit me with that rock. I would pick up the rock right next to me and hit him right dead in his face.
I was just kind of amazed to see that people can act like that, to tell you the truth. That was like really the first where I was like, wow, people do not like Black people.
They will always do that. They always spit on us like we some dogs. They always spit back on them. Ain't nothing gonna change.
I immediately was reminded of those programs my parents would have me watch with the dogs and the hoses and people trying to vote and being killed and lynched. It went right back to my history in this country. It just linked me immediately with that whole experience because I felt it.
Do you forgive them?
No. No. Can't take back no hurt.
And I didn't know what to do with those feelings. I did not know what to do with those feelings.
I truly don't know how I feel about this video, but I am going to ask this. White women, or should I say white people, but white women in major, like I am facing them right now because there are the people that should end racism. You heard the kids shouting, like using the N-word on them and like blocking them. You can imagine, as young as they were back then, and You see how they were truly hurt. You heard the hurt from the girl's voice. She was actually broken because she did not expect them to treat humans like that. And they asked the other one, "Are you ever gonna?" She said, "No, she is not." Now let me tell you something. There are some things people might end up forgetting and forgiving, but a trauma a child experience sometimes never live with never leave that child, because they will always remember. That's why they keep telling people, be careful of what you tell kids or what you do in front of kids, because their brain picks everything up. And now I am gonna go into this stage right now, another stage, and that is, this was 45 years ago, right? And from back then till now, did anything change? The answer is actually no. It is still the same thing that has been happening, or that happened back then, that is still happening. The hate is still there. And some people are going to tell me that it is all over. It is not over. And not until you in particular, not until you know and recognize that it is not over, because some people are going to say that probably it is not happening to me, or maybe I am not experiencing it. Maybe that's what, like, for that reason it is not happening. It is still happening, and it is very much alive. So many people are experiencing this. Some people actually go out and they are very, very scared that they do not know what is going to happen to their kids. I don't know if you like, I feel like Black Americans like go out and they don't know what they are going to expect when they come back. Because what you left while going out, you might come back and you will not find them. And it is called living in fear. And I see no reason why, like, presently, they should be living in fear. The fear of the unknown, or should I say the fear of the known? Because it's no longer the unknown. They know the people that are oppressing them. And the people that are oppressing them still do not want to give up. I mean, it's time to give up. It is time to drop your armor and know that you are dealing with people you've been through. Like, don't your conscience tell you that this thing I am doing is not right? Because if the table turns, are you going to be fine with the same treatment you are giving other people? I am sorry, maybe I am talking too much, but I feel there is need for people to hear this. For those that are doubting it is not happening, it is very much alive. And the best I can say is, be careful out there. We'll keep creating awareness, we'll keep talking, we will never stop talking. With that being said, I got something else you also need to see. So let's get into it.
Never lived, well, what you'd say, close enough to us, or we're just never around them, really.
Isn't that part of what makes it difficult when you live 15 or 17 years of your life and then start doing something different all of a sudden?
Well, I think, like if a Spanish or a Chinese person came here, it wouldn't be hard to get along with them. It's just that the Negroes are what you might say more different to us than a Spanish person might be.
Do you think the Negro students ever will get in here?
I think they'll get in here, but I don't know how long they'll live after they do get in here. That's my honest opinion. I'm talking to you, giving you my honest opinion. Because they cannot keep the police out here always. I don't think they got any business in here to start with.
Well, what if the president brings in federal troops?
I don't think the president has under the Constitution, the president has any authority to send in federal troops unless our governor asks for it. They're taking all of the state rights away from the states when they do a thing like that. That's only my opinion of it.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen of the television and radio audience. In view of the decisions I have made, I think it is well to review for the people of this state and the nation some of the background in the tense situation which has now developed relative to the forcible integration of the public schools of Little Rock. Telephone calls have come to me at the mansion in a constant stream, and the expressions of all are the fear of disorder and violence and of the harm that may occur on the morrow in this attempt at forcible integration of Central High School.
And are you going to offer these children any special measures of protection inside or outside the school as superintendent of schools?
We'll offer them the same protection we do all other students.
Are you confident that you will be able to deliver a day's education to all the students at Central High starting on Monday?
We are most hopeful of that.
What's this all about?
Well, certain groups have voiced their opinions that the school should be reopened even if it's on an integrated basis. And we just think that we still have the majority of the people behind us backing Forbes and wanting segregated schools.
You'd rather keep the school closed than open it integrated, right?
We're willing to leave them closed a little bit longer if Forbes can help us, and we think he can.
You pinning everything on him?
Yes.
You think most of the kids at all the high schools feel this way?
Yes, sir.
Do you think you can, suppose this were a long fight. Suppose it meant no school for a year. Will you still feel the same way?
How do you feel about having the 9 Negroes there?
Well, they really haven't done any harm to me, especially, but I'd rather have it not going to school with them. It doesn't seem like there's much that we can do right now.
If any of you talk with the Negroes?
Oh, in gym, they've been very friendly to me, but we haven't discussed this problem. They just talk about their activities or something like that.
You mean some of the white children do talk to them?
Yes, in gym, there are 2 girls, 2 Negro girls in our class, and we talk to them, but not about the problems at school.
They
completely work.
You may have heard that some of the boys who walked out this morning came across the street and hung up an effigy of a Negro on a tree and set fire to it.
Yeah.
Right over here. Now, how do you feel about that?
I think that's all uncalled for. It certainly is. I mean, you can bring about things without showing disorder like that. Also, I think that there's usually just a one-sided opinion, like I said to you a few minutes ago, that they just show the side that the Negroes have to face and not what we have to. And usually that is the case because they never show what when the colored people start a fight or something like that, or they have it written down to paper on the last page in very little print.
Well, tell us what it is that you feel that the white students have to face that's difficult for them.
Well, I think it is. It's just difficult to go to school like that when you've been used to going to school, which is all white. And I don't know exactly, but you're used to the colored race having their own school, and they do have as good schools as we do. And Central being as crowded as it is, and we just got rid of some white students that transferred over to the new school, and then these 9 come over to Central when they have a school that's not even filled to capacity yet.
We will not be coerced into hiring any colored person, regardless of his qualifications, as a matter of duress or as a matter of expedience.
When the Negro can prove to the white man that he can live like the white man, then we will accept them.
The only thing that scares me is the neighborhood all getting bad. And if we ever wanted to sell, naturally your house depreciates and as the color get in.
If they move in, the next step we have to accept is intermarriage.
We can be sociable with them in work. We can get along with them and joke with them.
Sure.
But when we leave our job and close the door and we're on our way home, we want them to go in their direction and we can go in ours.
Anything to do with
You know, I really feel so sad because I am very sure that most of the people here, some are still alive. very much alive, and nothing really changed. It is still the same. It is still the same. And I am very much ashamed because these were people's probably parents or like political, I don't know. I mean, well-known people, but behind back doors, even not only just behind back, even in the front door, they're still like, you know, they tell you this is what they want. They don't want them, and they don't want them. And it's been like that to this very moment. That makes it even more sad. This is where I am gonna call it a day. Let me know what you all think in the comment section, and see you all in my next video. And you know what? They don't want their children to see this. They are very much ashamed, and they do not want it. They don't want anybody to know it. That's why the CRT, they are still fighting to this very moment. It's all good. See you all. Bye for now.